But we're continuing to watch Hannah, which has been kind of organizing and getting more, I guess you could say, more favorable for intensification, at least throughout the day today, especially on satellite. You look at the way this thing looks, it was kind of a big blob at first, but now we're starting to get that comma-type shape to it, and you can see how it's starting to wrap around. So we're seeing some intensification, and based on what we've been seeing with the hurricane hunters that have been out there this evening and this afternoon, we're getting indications now that the surface wind speeds have come up a little bit. You can see that last report there, wind close to 60 miles per hour. And as of the last advisory at 8 o'clock, the winds were still at 50, but I do think they're going to come up with the next advisory at 11 o'clock. And you also see the pressure now down to 992 millibars, which as of the 8 o'clock advisory is at 998, meaning that with a lower pressure, the storm is starting to intensify. So we're watching that. We're also keeping an eye on GONZALO, which right now is making its way westward. Has had a real tough time with dry air today. So we've seen some weakening as the day has gone on. Now here's the latest on Hannah. This is the 8 o'clock advisory. We'll get the new one coming up at the top of the hour. Expected to make landfall as a Category 1 hurricane near South Padre or perhaps around Corpus Christi tomorrow afternoon, and then gradually move inland across deep South Texas by tomorrow evening and into Sunday, spreading a heavy rain threat and the threat for gusty winds and storm surge as well. GONZALO right now still winds at about 40. It's expected to eventually succumb to dry air and upper level shear over the Caribbean. So right now we're not terribly concerned about this thing at least being a problem, of course, for areas deeper into the Caribbean, but of course areas down towards Trinidad and Tobago and also down towards the Grenadines. Potentially there are some problems in the Windward Islands. And then last but not least, we're going to keep an eye on this wave here. If this storm were to develop and become a named storm, the next name on the list is Isaias. As it heads off towards the west, we expect development with this one as it moves out into the middle of the Atlantic. Right now, the 50% chance of development. This is a stout tropical wave coming off of the African coast, particularly for the month of July. Typically, you see waves that look like that in the month of August and September. To see one like that in July is definitely unusual, and so we'll be watching that one very carefully. The pattern is setting up where that one will cruise all the way across the Atlantic, and several of the computer models do try to develop that storm. Speaking of storms, we have our own here in the form of thunderstorms that developed this afternoon. You can see them tracking across Pine Island, Sanibel, and Captiva, also extending eastward towards Fort Myers Beach, and really those are the heaviest ones in the area right now. Everybody else still beginning to dry out. Temperatures mid to upper 70s, around 80. It's going to be a muggy night, mid to upper 70s for overnight lows. Temperatures by mid-morning tomorrow, mid 80s, and highs near 90 tomorrow afternoon with another round of showers and storms. All that moisture that was associated with what was once Tropical Depression 8, now Tropical Storm Hannah, of course, still lingering into the area, and we're still going to have moisture coming in from the south and east here as we head throughout the weekend, and that's going to keep chances for rain in the forecast, mainly during the afternoon. But just like what we saw today, we will see more sunshine across our area. So again, scattered thunderstorms developing tomorrow afternoon. High temperatures for tomorrow, again topping out near 90 degrees, and the same thing on Sunday afternoon with a few scattered afternoon showers and storms and temperatures into the low 90s. Partly cloudy, warm and humid tonight, mid 70s for overnight lows. Tomorrow 92, scattered showers and storms during the afternoon and evening. East-southeast winds 5 to 15. Your Ingman marine forecast seas 2 feet with a southeast wind at 5 to 15 knots in the afternoon. Inland waters a moderate chop. Scattered afternoon and evening showers and storms. 7-day forecast, more of the same heading into early next week. We're going to get a pattern shift, though, with more of a southwest wind towards Thursday and Friday. Most of those storms will be inland and east coast by that point, so we'll go with isolated storms next Friday, but more afternoon and evening storms expected for the weekend and through Wednesday of next week.
Thank you, Derek. Tonight,